I'm using a lip stain in blue shade. This is just to give me that pigmented effect, and it also help me to easily know where I want to put the colors. So I'm going to use this one to blend out the edges before it dries, like so. I was able to get this part because this is where I have a dip in my lid. So if you want to get a perfect cut crease, you want to check where you have a dip in your lid. So I'm going to be going into my Morphe eyeshadow palette in 35B. I'm using this purple shade. I'm going to be using these two shades, but I'm going to be using this first. This is like a royal blue, and because it's close to the lip stain that I use, and I'm going to be using this purple shade to also add to it. I'm going to be going into BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette in 120 3rd edition. So this is going to be, I'm going to be using this lighter purple here just to fade out. I'm going to be using this lighter purple here to fade out the edges of the eyeshadow. So for your cut crease is going to come out a lot nicer if you use like a very detailed brush, to more like you are drawing out a specific line, like so. You can see, guys, I've not even cut my crease, but it's looking already smooth. So once I place that, I'm going to go into my so now I'm going to be going into the purple and place it right here. I'm going to go back to the same brush and blend out. Remember, guys, I'm not placing this eyeshadow directly on the line that I'm going to clean with concealer. I'm placing it above it. So when you use your concealer to clean that part out, you're still going to have those colors showing a lot on your lid. So I'm going to go to the BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette that I showed you guys, and I'm taking that very light purple. I'm going to be using that to feather out the edges. To also make it a lot blend into the skin, you want to take like a clean brush and use it to blend out the edges so it looks like it's fading into your skin. I wear this brush to suit my need. So I'm going to go into the Maybelline concealer that I showed you guys. I'm going to go into that and I'll use that to cut my crease. I like to use this concealer because when it dries, it gives you that tacky effect. So you can see, guys, I'm not cutting. The part that I'm cutting right now is the part that I don't really have much of that eyeshadow. You need to know the bone structures of your eyes. If not, you might be cutting your lid wrongly. So I'm going to be going into my pigment. I'm using neon pigment shade. This is orange shade, so I'm going to use that on my lid. I didn't just go straight into the pigment with a flat eyeshadow brush. I used a dense blending brush. I used that to first of all give me like a base like this. Because this pigment, guys, if you are not careful, they don't have how do I say, they can't really stand like a creamy product. If you just go straight and just pack the color, you will notice that you're having like a blotchy line, like it's not smooth. So what you want to do is take a little bit of the pigment and use like more like a blending brush. So you want to use like a fluffy brush to pack it on, more like you're trying to blend the part. Like so. Now I already have a base, so I can go ahead and intensify it the way I want. So I'm just going to take a brush that is a little bit more precise, like this type. So I'm going to be using this brush to take a little bit at a time, not so much. So you can see we are not having any blotch line or whatsoever, because we already know the trick. This happened to me like when I started using this pigment. I'll just go ahead and use a brush like this to pack it on, and before you know, start looking like it's patchy. So I tried it in a different way, and this works for me. So guys, you can see that our eyes is looking lifted. So if you are looking at doing like you want to have a lifted eye, or the foxy eye techniques that was going on, that trended recently, you can just use this technique. So I'm going to draw my eyeliner, and my eyeliner, I'm going to start from somewhere here because I still want to maintain this part that is lifted. So guys, I'm going to use my mascara. I'm also going to show you guys how to maintain this lifted outer corner eyes when fixing your lashes. I'm going to put this part here. Normally how we fix lashes is I'm supposed to take this end down to where my natural lashes is, but because I want to maintain that lifted outer part of my eyes, like I want it to give me that kind of foxy eye look, so I'm just going to trick my eyes. Then this outer part, just leave it straight. I don't know if I'm making sense, guys. Can you see the way it looks? Just leave it the way it is, like take it above. So underneath here, you still have your natural lashes showing here. So I trick my eye by taking my lashes, my outer corner lashes, to where my wing is. So I'm going to give it some time to dry, then I'll press it together. I'm going to quickly blend this out before lip stain dries up. When I'm blending out, I'm taking it What do you guys think about this look? Is this something you're going to be trying out? If you're going to be trying this look out, please tag me on Instagram, and I would love to see it. I didn't want to show you guys the way I did my lips because I have a very detailed tutorial on how to do your lipstick. Even if you're not a makeup artist, if you watch that video, you are going to be doing your lipstick like a professional. Trust me, guys. And I'm going to be leaving the link in the screen, or if I forget, just check my description. It's going to be there, guys. And I have to do one side of my eye. I want to try to start implementing this technique by doing my one side of the eye, if possible my lipstick, then just come over to the to you guys and do one side of the eye, so we can just go into detail instead of doing one side and doing the other side. So by doing one side of my eyes and my lip, then coming to you guys to do one or the other side of my eye, I'm going to be a lot detailed with that rather than going back and forth with both eyes. So that's just what I feel I should do, in case you guys see a difference between how I do my makeup now and how I do it then.